WrestleLine. How does it feel to be the new Progress champion?
It feels pretty good. Long time coming. I debuted at Chapter 6. I can't remember what I did and didn't say in the ring, but I debuted at Chapter 6, which was the first anniversary show. And the last 2 years, from when I turned on Mark in Alexandra Palace 2 years ago, to obviously main event in Wembley with Mark 1 year ago, to earlier this year, the FSU reunion and the party hard that happened off camera, you know, to then come full circle and get to this point, I think has been, I like long arc storytelling in professional wrestling, and I think if you look past a lot of other stuff that's gone on and just focus on the narrative between me and Mark, I think today is a pretty cool exclamation point on that narrative.
It seemed like you did a pretty good job in Camden a couple of months ago. We thought you were going to be replacing Jim come January. It doesn't seem like that's going to happen now.
So a true story about that one is when we spoke about doing the retirement angle, if you like, I genuinely am sort of wrapping up independent dates. I have no intention on really wrestling on any independent places, saves for here now obviously, and focusing on the WWE because I have had a bunch of injuries recently and I just want to try and stay healthy there. The style there is a lot more restricted, a lot more protected, and I feel like I can probably last another 10 years wrestling there, whereas I think if I'm wrestling every weekend on independence, different rings, different this and that, then I worry I'm going to get hurt again. So it kind of was real, and everything's so changeable in professional wrestling. I did that retirement the exact way I would choose to say farewell to the indies, because even though I had murmurings of this, I still didn't really believe that this would happen, and if this didn't happen, I genuinely wasn't coming back to Progress. So it was this or nothing. So the reason why it tricked everyone is because I kind of forced it to trick myself. I forced myself into believing that was totally real, because it could have been, you know, they could have changed direction, and if they had, then that really would have been it. So like it was me who insisted on hybrid moments, the Bouncing Souls covering the Misfits, because that's what I wanted to go out on. There was this beautiful moment that there was a guy in the crowd who had a Defend Indie Wrestling flag, so I could leave that in the ring and stuff. But yeah, it tricked people because it was real, I guess. I think everything we've done has sucked people in, because for the most part, way back from when me and Mark started tagging, people got into it because it's real. We really are very close friends, do you know what I mean? And when I turned on him, a lot of those things which I was saying, they're real, you know? He really did get signed, and it kind of left me in the lurch because we were like a hot commodity as a unit, but by myself I really didn't have much going for me. So a lot of those frustrations, they were real frustrations, and people could feel that when we were speaking. And even tonight, like obviously the title switch happened and stuff, and then we did the promo, and there's stuff that I wanted to get across. A lot of the things that I said tonight, like, they weren't rehearsed backstage. It's just when it's real, that's what comes to you. Do you know what I mean? That's what you want to say. You're standing in front of 2,000 people, you have their attention. You're going to get off your chest what you want to get off your chest, and I've got a lot of things off my chest that I really wanted to get off my chest.
Particularly on the idea of getting things off your chest, the death of Brit Res.
Yeah.
Which you suddenly started hearing about this summer.
Yeah. I mean, it's ludicrous, isn't it? Everyone actually becomes successful, and all of a sudden Brit Res is dying. Everything moves in peaks and troughs, you know? Are we going to put 5,000 people in Wembley Arena on an independent show again? Maybe not, you know what I mean? Did we still put 2,000 people in Alexandra Palace today? Yes. Like, I was at Chaos, I did commentary at Chaos yesterday. Did they sell out? Yes. Did Natural Progression sell out yesterday? Yes. Did North probably put 250, 300 people in a show in Newcastle yesterday? Yes. You know, rumours of their demise has been greatly exaggerated. There's plenty of life left in Brit Res. Any other questions?
Yeah, Ryan Siddle, Sport Bible. you beat Walter, who a lot of people would disenfranchise or disinfect because he wasn't turning up every month. So do you intend to turn up every month at Progress with that?
I will be at every Progress show until the end of the calendar year. Whether I'll wrestle at any of those shows is yet to be determined, but I will be at every show. As I said, the WWE is my absolute priority. Progress Wrestling is my only other priority. So, saves there being a WWE show on that day, I'll be at Progress.
Fair. And you talked about being alongside Mark when you won that title. What does that mean to you to be able to stand with him?
I mean, when you're in there, I'm so in the zone of this promo I'm cutting, of this moment, of this audience, of, the belt, everything else. I hardly even realise he's with me, And then every now and again I'll glance over and be like, oh, this is sick, I'm not just doing this, I'm kind of doing this with my best friend. Again, if we just go down like the real route of it, I did a couple of like seminars for sixth formers about like chasing their dreams and stuff like that. And one of the things which I said was, when I was a child, I grew up and my dream was to be a professional wrestler working for the WWE. And then I realized that actually that wasn't my dream at all. My dream was to work with all of my best friends around me. I just never realized it. Because actually it doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're surrounded with your best friends, it's the best time in the world. And if you're on your own, on an island, it kind of sucks, And that's why NXT UK is the best, because it's just me and all my friends. We're just doing it on a worldwide scale.
Is there anybody you want to face in Progress? Is there anybody you want to defend that championship against?
Yeah, young guys.
Okay.
I mean, I guess David will want his moment in the spotlight and whatever. I'm sure that'll come.
Does he deserve it, seeing as he's lost?
It's not for me to say, man. I don't book the cards. But yeah, I believe that Brit Rest is alive and well, and I would like Progress Wrestling, much as I might sound like a hypocrite saying it, because obviously I'm signed to WWE, but I would like Progress Wrestling to be a place where, those young guys get an opportunity to shine. So, if the OJMO wants to step up, I'll gladly wrestle him. Connor Mills wants to step up, I'll gladly wrestle him. Malik wants to step up, I'll gladly wrestle him. Scotty Davis, any number of them, you know what I mean? There's a whole heap of guys who I'm gonna wrestle on NXT UK at some point in the next year. My interest in wrestling those for this championship belt is limited because I will do it on a different platform. But there is a host, Cara Noir. I've wrestled Cara a bunch of times in really small halls. I think if we did something in a big hall for Progress, it would be pretty special. So there's any number of guys. I help out at Knuckleox Wrestling School in London. The OJMO attends class regularly. Connor Mills attends class regularly. Spike Trevay attends class regularly. TK Cooper attends class regularly. Chuck Mambo attends class regularly. I'd invite any one of those to wrestle me for the Progress Championship any day of the week.
And how do you think it's going to feel walking back into the ballroom with that title around your waist?
So I thought people wouldn't like it tonight. I thought I didn't do anything. I stepped on his chest. I let Mark do all the dirty work. I wedged a chair around his neck and tried to break it. But people still cheered. So I really have no idea. I was kind of expecting people to voice their disdain at that, but
That's
guess
what Twitter's for.
Yeah. Wow, that's the wrong kind of disdain, right?
Exactly. Yeah,
I want them to not like it in a professional wrestling, but I don't know.
Yeah.
How's it gonna feel? Who knows, man? At this stage, I've given up trying to predict the way an audience will react and just focus on as long as they react. As I said, the whole thing through the Mark thing, you're meant to be a heel, he's meant to be... No, we're just meant to be two people who have a grievance with one another. Are you engaged in what we're telling you? Then just enjoy it. If people are engaged in what we're doing, then
I was going to say, finally, do you still think that Mark used wrestling to put over Junior? I'm pretty sure I quote shitty band.
Have you heard Junior? And have you seen how good Mark is at wrestling? Mark shooting star press is a lot better than his vocals. Yeah, they've got a lot better, but I mean,
Wild stallions.
let's be fair. He was signed to TNA and signed to the WWE, and then his band started doing good things. So let's.
Genuinely didn't think you were going to say that. But
Yeah. I mean, have you heard Fozzy? Kind of the same. Yeah. Sorry, Mark. I love you, but your band sucks.
John also from TalkSport, but from a different angle. Physically, not like
Sweet.
journalistically.
Just get on with it.
Yeah. So, how will you celebrate tonight, and how does that differ to you celebrating Year 9 Sats or things from your previous career, let's say?
How long am I going to have to accomplish things in wrestling before people stop asking me questions about teaching? I didn't really celebrate those moments, and I probably won't celebrate this moment. I am a simple man with simple tastes, so I am hoping that my girlfriend and her mother are still downstairs waiting for me. We will get a train home together. I will eat one of my meal prepped meals, which are in my freezer because I'm on a diet at the moment. And I will cuddle my cat, and that's about it. I've got a beer somewhere, but Mark got me it. I'm not entirely sure I'm going to drink it. I haven't drunk in weeks, months maybe. So yeah, there'll be no grand celebration. Me and my girlfriend going up for some lunch tomorrow, but to be honest, that's a gift from one of her students. It has nothing to do with this. It's just a happy coincidence. And I will bring the championship belt with me so that we can sit in a hotel while I wear my championship belt, because I figure maybe we'll get some people giving us free shit.
If Jericho celebrated with a bit of bubbly, do you want? Like, I've got a camera now. We can meme something. You can take the internet by storm.
No.
Fine. No, that's good.
I have no interest in memes. End of conversation. Anyone else? Sweet. Thank you so much. Let's go home. Play with our cats. And if you don't got a cat, then yeah, shame on you.